Now it's my pleasure to invite graduating senior Gregory Jack Riley III to deliver the student address. Jack was selected by the Senior Class Council to represent the class of 2018.
Good afternoon. Dad, can you hear me okay? He was very concerned he wouldn't be able to hear me, and he didn't think I'd do this, but. All right, thank you to Interim President Engler, Provost Hewitt, the Board of Trustees, all of the deans, and all the faculty for letting me up here in front of you today to speak to you. I'd also like to thank my parents, Greg and Christina, my sisters, Jenny and Steffi, and all of my other family and friends that helped make this moment possible. This is really, really cool. This is a life lister for sure. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Dr. Amy Radford-Pop. I don't know if she's here today or not, but she's really made a massive impact on my life. She's changed my life and so many other students in the business school. Keep doing what you're doing, Amy. Thank you. All right. Let me tell you all the story of my 21st birthday. Exactly. I'll rewind to January 5th, 2017, 11:59 p.m., 1 minute before I officially became a legal adult. No, I wasn't waiting in line at Rick's, Harper's, or PT's. I was alone, laying in a 5-foot, 5-inch cot, crying. I remember staring at my phone, watching the clock hit midnight. No texts, no phone calls, no Snapchats, and no Facebook notifications. I was officially 21, and nobody knew it. This was the first day of my semester-long study abroad experience at City University of Hong Kong. I was on the other side of the world, alone and lost. What did I get myself into? Here I was on my 21st birthday, thousands of miles from the closest person I knew. I didn't know the language, the food, the culture. I didn't even know I used chopsticks. What was I doing here? I was jet lagged. A 13-hour time change will do that for you. So I sat at midnight, but the streets of Hong Kong were still flooded with people. I remember looking around and being completely overwhelmed. The smell, the people, the sounds. It was all a lot to handle. And then, all of a sudden, I got a tap on my shoulder and a voice said, "Go green." I jumped. I was completely startled. I turned around, I thought I was dreaming, but no, standing right in front of me was a tall American man wearing a white Michigan State Spartans hat, smiling. I instantly felt this overwhelming feeling of comfort and familiarity. I was not alone. We talked for about 20 minutes, and I walked away with a big smile on my face and a totally different outlook on the next 5 months that lied ahead. Who knew that those 2 words, "go green," could have meant so much? I went from a feeling of being completely distraught to feeling instantly comforted and felt like a part of something bigger than myself. That's what MSU does. I was now ready to conquer the world and take advantage of this incredible opportunity that Michigan State had presented me. I've been fortunate enough to have traveled a lot in my life, 33 countries up to this point, a majority of those recently since starting my time here at MSU, and I've had similar Go Green interactions all around the world. A few notable ones being, on the tube on my way to my first day of my internship in London, I was wearing an MSU green and white tie and had an alum turn around and say, "Go green." I was hiking a mountain in Seoul, South Korea, had someone pass me on the trail saying, "Hey, Sparty, go green." I had someone buy me a beer in Tokyo, high-five me in Dubai. I had a group of students cheer me on as I played the 17th hole of the old course at St. Andrews. I even once ran into a U of M fan in an airport in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He wasn't as friendly as everyone else was, just saying. From all these interactions, I've taken away 3 things. 1, I wear an excessive amount of MSU apparel while traveling. 2, Spartans are everywhere, literally everywhere. And 3, we are all a part of something bigger than ourselves. If you've had a similar experience to what I've talked about before, you know exactly what I mean. And if you haven't, you will, just wait. It's easy to feel like a number during your time here at MSU. We are part of a class of almost 10,000 students. If you're lucky, you may know 1% of everyone here. But that when you get out into the world, that doesn't matter. We are all Spartans. Throughout our time here at MSU, we've been taught the importance of learning about new cultures and having a one-world mindset. The world is increasingly becoming more and more globalized, and in order to be successful, we need to understand how to work with people who are different than ourselves. At MSU, we've been exposed to this. Almost 25% of us have experienced this firsthand through various study abroad opportunities. Most of us have had a professor or two with a thick accent that we can barely understand. And all of us have been fortunate enough to meet, interact with, and befriend peers from all over the world with a student body that is representing 130 plus countries. While some of these things have been annoying, frustrating, and sometimes pretty inconvenient, they've helped us develop a well-rounded, cultured, and unique understanding of the world. These interactions have taught us that everyone is different, and not only is that okay, that's a great thing. We won't be intimidated when we have to pitch a product to a big client in Japan. We will know how to understand our coworkers from India while participating in late-night conference calls. We will feel comfortable when working with patients or students from Africa that have different cultural and language backgrounds. Most importantly, we will see the entire world as a place of opportunity. We won't fall into the outdated, standard, and frankly ignorant, domestic-only viewpoint that's caused so many businesses, governments, and organizations to fail over the past decade or so. Everyone in this room had a different MSU experience. We all chose to spend our time in East Lansing differently and have taken advantage of so many incredible opportunities that have been given to us. However, there is something we all have in common. We are all Spartans. We will always be a part of the Michigan State University class of 2018. In conclusion, make sure you never forget the memories you made in East Lansing. Never forget that you are a Spartan. And most importantly, never forget the impact you could have on one another by saying, "Go Green." Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.